Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Oyundi Furiperani Ma Shapa Mwananyana wa Muvenda. And if you're here for the first time, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, a veteran in this channel, welcome back for yet another exciting episode of Risk Money and Insurance, okay? And I just want to remind you, we're still on the road to 2K subscribers, and so don't forget to like the video, share the video with a friend or a family member, and drop a comment on the comment section below. I love you so much, and let's start with our video. So today I thought to myself, let's do this a little bit, differently. We are talking about the 10 mistakes that people make when they buy their car insurance. And so I thought, let me bring a box. So inside this box are the 10 mistakes, and I will just pick randomly one mistake and then talk about it. But without wasting time or without much ado, let's get into it. So mistake number one, I don't know what it is. I'll just read it and then we go on. So the first mistake that people make is not asking questions, right? So you just agree, with whatever the person who's selling you insurance is saying. You just agree, and you find that you are now bound by this contract which you don't understand, and that is miserable. So good things to ask will be something like your exclusions. What is excluded in this contract? And so in line with this mistake, I'd say not reading the insurance contract. If you have an insurance contract, whether it's car insurance or it's life insurance or your medical aid or whatever, have you read that policy? Because I know a lot of people don't, and honestly, sometimes the things that happen to us, we cause them upon ourselves by just not knowing the terms and conditions of the contract. So you go ahead and do something that is against the terms and the conditions of the contract, and the insurer will tell you, I'm not gonna pay because you are not playing by the rules, okay? So let's read our insurance contract and make sure that we know what is expected of us. Okay, cool. And mistake number two will be not comparing quotes from different insurers. So if you are at a car dealership and they have an insurer that they're associated with, and they tell you you're going to be paying $1,300, for example, on your car as insurance, you just take that as it is, it's the final thing. You can go out there, there's hippo.com now, they can link you with different insurers and they can give you codes on different insurance, car insurance options that are available depending on the cover that you are choosing. And at the end of the day, what's important is you need to get the best deal for you. So if you can beat the code that the car dealership got you, then that is perfect. Go ahead and take, that one that will give you the best deal. And honestly, you must take into account, of course, the type of cover that is there, because that is another mistake that we will talk about. But anyways, that's mistake number two. Now going on to mistake number three, right? Number three, it's doing little or no research about the insurer. You've never heard about this insurance company, you don't know how they operate, you don't know where they are, and suddenly you have this lifelong contract with them. And that is a mistake that most people make. Do you know your insurer? This thing is like dating, guys. It's really like dating. Before you approach someone in their DMs, you need to stalk them first. You need to stalk them. You need to stalk the individual. What are they all about? What is it about them? So it's the same thing. What I normally like to do is to just look at scandals associated with that company and find out what really happened. Those are the things that I look at for in my research. Look for any red flags. When you communicate with those people, how long do they take to respond? Because honey, if he is not responding to you when you are still talking or still on the talking stage or vibing, then how do you expect him to change when you guys are now in a relationship? Like, if the guy doesn't communicate, do you think he's gonna change just because you're in a relationship, i.e., just because the insurer has a contract with you? That was a good analogy though. So you must stalk them. You must find out about their service. Do they respond to your queries? How long does it take for them to like respond to you if you communicate with them? Because these things will be very important, because you don't want an insurer who won't call you, who won't get back to you after you just had an accident. You want things to be quick. And then now, mistake number 4 that people make is not knowing their needs. I communicated, or I explained this very well in the last video. If you haven't, go check it out, the introduction to car insurance. And I was saying there are different covers, and those covers are aimed at catering for your needs. So what do you need out of insurance? Do you just want to cover other people, third parties, or do you want to cover yourself and also cover other people, or you feel like you've got money that can allow you to pay for certain things that are not covered, so i.e. a limited cover? So it's very important to know your needs, know what you want. What do you want out of this insurance contract? Because at the end of the day, what's the purpose of a contract that doesn't serve your purpose or that doesn't serve your needs? It's useless. So check out your needs. What do you need? Do you need a full cover where like whatever happens, I'm covered? So yeah. Now, mistake number 5 is not knowing the claims process. There is nothing devastating as you just had an accident and you just don't know what to do. How do I inform my insurer about this claim? How do I tell them I just had an accident and things like that? And to be quite honest, some insurers are very, very much strict concerning like how do you interact with the other party that is also involved in the accident. For some of them, they might say you don't talk to them or you don't promise them anything. You don't say anything, like you don't tell them, hey, you need to pay out for this or that. Like, those are the little things, the nitty-gritties that are in your insurance contract that you need to be very aware of. Because when you find yourself in that situation where you're now in an accident, will you be thinking about taking out your phone and now looking at that contract that they emailed you? No, you'll be worried about your car. You'll be worried about the people you're with. Are they injured? Are they hurt? What's going on? So being informed way in advance will help you to react appropriately should such situations arise. So yeah, there's no time for you to read, that contract while you are still waiting for the police or the ambulance to come. So mistake number 6 will be taking an option with a higher excess. So how an excess works, is this way. So the insurer will say, for a situation where there's a claim, you will pay the first 5,000 rand, for example, or you will pay the first 10,000 rand of that claim. Then the remaining balance will be paid by the insurance company. Now, if you are just like checking the different prices of insurance, like car insurance and all of that, you will actually find that if a policy has a higher excess, the premium is likely to be low, because then they acknowledge that this means that you're a careful driver. So imagine if you take out an excess of 10,000, right, on your car insurance, it's 10,000. This means if you are to be involved in an accident today and the total claim or the total cost to repair your car is like 23,000, honey, the first 10,000 you pay that yourself, and the remaining 13,000 then the insurance company will actually pay for that. So when you're saying my excess is 10,000, okay, know that if should anything happen and you put a claim to insurance company, or if the amount is less than the excess, then you need to pay that yourself. For example, if the total damage is like 8,000 and your excess is 10,000, that 8,000 you pay it out yourself without even communicating with the insurance company, because it's up to you. You need to fix that yourself. They'll tell you, we are not partaking in this one, you have to fix that yourself. So taking a higher excess, it's good because you will end up with a lower premium, but can you afford the excess that you are actually choosing? Because it's very important. You need to know whether you will have that 10,000 lying around. And in situations where you get involved in a car accident twice in 1 month, that means it's 20,000 that you need to pop out. Do you have 20,000 to pop out? That's the question you should be asking yourself. Or you should ask yourself, do I want to be in that position where I want to pay out now 20,000 for my car? Okay, cool. Mistake number 7 is avoiding add-on cover. So this is like, okay, the add-on cover, I discussed this in the last video as well. This is your gap cover, or they sometimes call it shortfall insurance. So in case now there's a gap or there's a shortfall that you need to cover, you can actually get insurance on that, add-on insurance on that, or like you can cover your engine separately. It won't be part of like your normal insurance contract. You can cover your engine separately as an add-on cover. Also, you can protect your gearbox and all of that. So avoiding such things. I think the question, before you say no, the question you should be asking yourself is, if something happens to my engine, do I have the capacity, the financial resources for me to actually repair this thing? Because that's what will happen when your engine decides to just pull a number 1 on you and leave. And then mistake number 8 is people often choose to insure their cars under market value because they think market value is actually higher than retail value, which is not true. I explained it in the last video, the difference between market value and retail value. You can go check it out. So the difference is it was the case when I defined it. It's that your market value takes into account the condition of your car, different things that actually act against you if your car is actually old. So market value is actually almost always lower than your retail value. So it's actually worth considering like insuring your car under retail value, because then the payout is likely to be higher. Okay, cool. Mistake number 9. Okay, we're getting there. Going for the policy with the lowest premium. Going for the, for the contract with the lowest premium is not always a good option, because what if that policy doesn't cover your needs or doesn't give you the full cover? Maybe it's a third-party cover. Then the whole responsibility is left on you as an individual to figure out. That works against you. So you'd want to compare premiums, but compare premiums based on the same cover, right? So let's say it's a comprehensive cover. You want a motor comprehensive insurance cover, and you go out there and you go to different insurers and you find different codes. So what you want to do is that you want to compare the different codes under the same cover type, because what's the point of just taking out an insurance contract that doesn't cover your needs, and when something happens you are like on your own? Like, it doesn't make sense. Why would you want to put yourself in that position? So make sure that you don't only just consider the premium, but you consider other things. Consider the excess, consider the cover type. What is it like? What is covered, what is excluded as well? Because at the end of the day, this thing is meant to serve your needs. So if it doesn't serve your needs, then it's not the right contract for you. And then the last one. People lie, Bazalwane. People lie. So number 10 is falsifying information on application. This goes for any, it goes for any insurance. Don't lie. Don't lie. Because this is what you're doing. The minute you lie, you are giving the insurance company ammunition for situations where now a claim arises and they find out. Because I'm telling you, they double check the information. They don't just check your word. Your claims, your past claims information is shared amongst insurers, right? To a limited extent, it's shared. So it's there. There's an insurance footprint. Like, they will know that you had an accident in 2013. Even if you lie about it and you get away with it on the claims, sorry, not on the claim stage, on the underwriting stage, right? You get away with it and you think sharp. Come the claim stage, when they're now assessing your claim and they find out that you lied, you are giving them a reason to not pay out your claim. So don't lie. Like, just tell them the truth. Don't lie to them, because they're gonna find out. They have the resources, they have the means to find out. So don't lie, because the minute you lie, you are giving them a reason to actually, not pay out your claim, because you lied. The contract was null and void from the beginning. You lied. So yeah, that's another thing. And we have come to the end of the 10 mistakes that people actually make when they buy their insurance contracts. So thank you so much, guys, for watching until the end. I just hope it was a good one and it was an informative one. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't. I love you so much. See you in the next video.